Are you stuck figuring out how to get a property under contract when you have agreed with the seller on a price that you're willing to pay? In this video, we're going to go through exactly how to explain it to the seller so that they can be clear on what they're signing. By the way, this is part 6 of my 6-part series where I teach you how to get your first deal in real estate in the next 30 days. If you're interested in getting on these webinars, go to the link in the description below and sign up to join in. What we're going to do is go over the purchase contract and how to explain it to the seller. Now, remember that you only want to send this contract in writing over to the seller if you guys have agreed on a price. If you haven't, don't leave your offer in writing with the seller. So here is the exact purchase and sale agreement that we use. This residential real estate purchase and sale agreement is between you, Mr. Seller, and Stacy Augustin here as buyer, and we are both in this agreement. So section number 1 is the description of the property. Seller shall sell buyer the residential real property identified as, you'll go ahead and put the street address here. You'll say 123 Main Street in Eva Beach, Hawaii 96706. This is your tax, your TMK or your APN, which I just pulled directly from the tax records. Now, Mr. Seller, remember how I told you that we're going to be buying this property in as-is condition. So anything that's on the property, whether that's fixtures, windows, floor coverings, appliances, anything left on the property after the close of escrow, this is just saying that this is our property now. So just remember that you don't have to do any cleaning. You don't have to take anything out unless you want to. So section number 2 is the purchase price. Like I said, Mr. Seller, we are going to be buying this property for $510,000, and you just acknowledge that this may or may not be fair market value. We are buying this property to make a profit, and they're typically okay with that because they need to sell quick. Section number 3, Mr. Seller, like I mentioned, all of the closing costs is going to be paid by us. So right here, you say all closing and title fees are to be paid by buyer. Transfer taxes to be paid by buyer. And the only thing that you need to take care of, Mr. Seller, is all the property taxes, sewer, HOA, any assessments. It's just going to be prorated at the close of escrow. If we close escrow on May 20th, you're not going to get charged for the whole month. You're just going to get charged HOA fees, property taxes, all of that stuff up until the 20th. And then from there, we're going to be the one to take over for the remaining 10 or 11 days of the month. So if you agree with all of that, go ahead and sign your initial here. They'll go ahead and sign that. I'll sign this. Okay, Mr. Seller, the next section here is section number 4, and that's about your due diligence. Like I said, we just need to make sure that we have the opportunity to bring our contractors. Pretty sure what we see is what we see, but they might see something different. Just trying to figure out if there's anything else major that we might have not seen. And on top of that, we need to make sure we can get title insurance to the property, because if we can't, then we're not able to buy this property. So with that being said, we're going to give a period of 5 calendar days from today that this agreement is fully signed to complete our due diligence. During that time, this is to say that our earnest money is refundable if we cancel within these amount of days. Mr. Seller, if we cancel after the 5 calendar days, then that earnest money that we put into escrow is automatically yours. So moving on to section number 5 is the escrow. Title and escrow company shall be the buyer's choice. Typically, I will tell them who I typically use, and I'll put that in there. But like I said, Mr. Seller, we can close in as quick as 30 days. So the close of escrow shall be on or before April 16th. Section number 6, this is where we say we're serious about buying this property. We're going to put up some money into escrow so that you know that we are wanting to secure this property. So section number 6 is about the earnest money deposit. And it just says that within 5 business days after this agreement has been signed by both of us, we're going to partially perform and pay into escrow for your benefit. And like I said, this is only refundable if we cancel within that due diligence period as stated in section number 4 here. Section number 7 is about tenants. Mr. Seller, your property is owner occupied, so this doesn't apply to us, but essentially if there's any renters in here, we're going to get that income prorated after the close of escrow. And you need to show us any leases and any security deposits, all of that stuff, so that we can just confirm the price. Now we're wrapping up here on the last page. The last thing is that I want you to pay attention to here is neither buyer nor seller are represented by a licensed real estate agent. So like I said, we're buying this directly from you, Mr. Seller, and you do not have to pay any commissions or closing costs or anything like that. And again, you're aware that we're buying this property as an investment. We do plan on making a profit on this property. If you're good with that, Mr. Seller, you can go ahead and sign here. I'll go ahead and sign here and we should be good to go. That's literally it.
Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, if you want to be on these videos live, go to the link in the description below to sign up. Aloha y'all, see you on the next video. Shoots!